lecture on transportation and assignment, the Vogel's approximation method. The definition is the Vogel's approximation method is an iterative procedure calculated to find out the initial feasible solution of the transportation problem. The algorithm here is this method is always preferred more than the Northwest corner rule method or the least cost method, because the initial basic feasible solution obtained by this method is either a optimal solution or very near to the optimal solution. So the Vogel's approximation method, the steps how to do this one. We have to find, first step we have to find out the smallest element inside the cell and the next smallest element cost in each row, and write the difference in between the smallest cells along the side of the table in row penalty. Then step 2, find the cells having the smallest and the next to the smallest cost in each column and write the difference called as the penalty along the side of the table in each column penalty. The third step is select the row or column with the maximum penalty. So after writing all the penalties, of which we have to find out which is the maximum penalty here, and we have to find a cell that has the least cost in selected row or column from the penalty. Allocate as much as possible in this cell. If there is a tie in the values of the penalties, then select the cell where the maximum allocation can be possible. Then adjust the supply and demand and cross out the satisfied row or column. Repeat the steps until all the supply and demand values are 0. So now we go for the example. Find the solution using Vogel's approximation method. D1, D2, D3 and supply is given. S1, S2, S3 the supply and demand is also given. Now it is, we have to add in first step, we have to find out whether the supply equals to demand or not. Check whether supply equals to demand or not. So 76 plus 82 plus 77, that is 235, and 72 plus 102 plus 41, that is equal to 250. So it is less by 20. Therefore we add a dummy demand constraint with 0 unit cost and with allocation as 20. So under the dummy here, 72 plus 102 plus 41 plus 20 you have to add, and the dummy column will be written like this: 0, 0, 0, 4, 8, 8, 0, 16, 24, 16, 0, 8, 16, 24, 0. And then now that we have made it as a balance on, so after it has made a balance one, there exists a basic feasible solution for this. We go for the next table. How we are giving the writing of the penalties. We have to find out how we are writing the penalties. Now we'll go for the whiteboard. See, this is how it is. The problem is 4, 8, 8, 16, 24, 16, 8, 16, 24, 76, 82, 77, 72, 102, 41. Zero, zero, zero. This is how we have to write it. 76, 82, 77. Yes, I want the number 76, 82, 77. See this, after writing this, I am going for the penalty rule. So which is the least number here? 0 is the first least number and 4 is the next least number. So the penalty difference between 4 and 0 is 4 minus 0 will give you 4. And here the next one is also 0 and 16 is the least number. The next least number, 16 minus 0 is 16. Again 0 and 8. The penalty here is 8. So what is the penalty you are getting? 4, 16, 8 in the row wise. So now the row wise I have calculated it. Next I am going for the column wise. Column wise, what is the penalty you have to find out. So column wise, what is the least number? Column wise is 4 is one least number and 8 is another least number. 8 minus 4, 4 is the penalty for column here. For the next column, 8 and 16, 8 and 16. 16 minus 8 is 8 and 8 at 16 only. Again it is 16 or 8. 8 is the answer. So next here the difference is 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. Now, which is the highest penalty among this? 4, 16, 8. Which is the highest penalty? You have to choose it. So what is the highest penalty here? 16 is the highest penalty. Sorry, I just rubbed it off. So 16 is the highest penalty. So this 16, for this 16, now you go for this row wise. I'll go for another board. So I'm going to finish it in one board itself. So please note it down how I'm doing the problem. I'm not going to step by step, and I'm not going to write it 0, 0, 0. And I need this one 4, 8, 8, 16, 24, 16, 8, 16, 24, 72, 102, 41, 20, 76, 82, 77. So the penalties we wrote it as, what are the penalties? We have to write it here. 4, we write it in brackets, that is a penalty. 8 is one penalty, and here 8 is another penalty. 0 is a penalty here, and here what is happening is 0 minus 4, 4 minus 0, 16 minus 0, and 0 minus 8 minus 0, 8. So the highest penalty here is 16, and for this penalty 16, I'm going to give the allocation where you're going for 82. See, this 0 is the penalty here. 0 is the least number. So for this least 0, I'm going to allocate this 82 or 20, whichever is least, 20 or 82. 20 I'm going to give this. Here I'm giving this 20. I'm striking it out. 62. So balance is 60. As such as we are doing the other methods, once you give this 20, which way it is giving? From the column wise, strike it out. So balance is 62. Can you understand this now? 20 has been given, the 20 has also to be cancelled. Now it's 62 is there. So I'm moving the board now. I'm going to do is the same problem here. Again I'm going to draw this. Because it's not sufficient, space is not there, so I'm bringing it here. 76, 82, 77. So 8, 16, 24, 72, 102, 41. You have to write this 72, 72, 102, 41. See, after writing this, so the penalty was also should be written. What are the penalties here? It was 8, here it was 0, and here it was 8 again, and here it was 4 here. So leave this one, please. See here, keep it here like this. The 62 is the room man. So this 62, you remember it. Okay, the next I have to find out the next penalty. After you are finishing it, again you have to go, because one you are striking it out, no, either the column or row. Again you have to find out the penalties. 4 minus 8. This time the 4 is the least number. The next least number is 8. What is the penalty here? 4. And next 16 and 24. The first least number is 16 and 16. You go for 0 because two numbers are the same thing. So write it as 0. 8 and 16. So 8 is the least penalty now here. Again for the downwards. For the downwards, what is the penalty? You have to write down. So what is the penalty for this? I'm just going for his 4, 16 and 8. What is the penalty now? Because 4 and 8, again it is a 4. And then the next one, 16 and 8, again it is 8. And 8 and 16, again it is a 8. So I have finished it now. So now you go for the next penalty. The next penalty, you are getting a tie. 408 and 488. 3 8s are there. The highest penalty is 8 only. Which 8 you have to decide it. If you go for this column wise, this 8, the 408 column wise, if you go for that 8, you have to allocate for 8, 16, 24. 8 is the least amount. The least amount in the least cost. For this least cost, when you allocate 72 or 77, 72 will be allocated. But that is the amount for this. But when you go for the column wise 488, here it's 8. If this 8 is chosen, the 8, 24, 16, this 8 will be, the comparatively, this 8 will be, 8 will be getting 76 or 1 or 2 allocation, 76 will be given. And for the next 8, 41 or 76, 41 will be given. So I go for the second 8 only. I am choosing this second 8. This second 8 I am choosing it. So this one I am ticking it. So similarly also here also you are given a tick so that it will be remembrance will be for which one we are doing it. For this 8 the allocation is, for this 8 the allocation is 76. I am giving the 76 inside here. It's not written, but anyhow 76 has been allocated. Now but this, what is the balance? 26 is the balance for this. 26, remember it is 26, and I'm removing that, not total. So which one you have given? 76 has been given. So I'm striking this one. The next one, 16, 24, 16 and 8, 16, 24 is the next. Again you have to go for find out how many of you are getting how much penalty. Now what is the difference? 16 minus 16, 0 is the penalty here. 8 minus 16, 8 is the penalty over here. And here when you get 16 and 8, 16 and 8, the penalty is 8. The penalty is 8. And here 16 and 24, that is also 8. The next 16 and 24, that is also 8. The highest penalty is 8. Again we are getting die only. You have to find out which is the highest allocation we can give it from here. The highest allocation which could be given here. What's the highest allocation? We just find out how much we can be given. So for 16, 24, 16, 8, 16, 24. So when you go for the center 8, this middle 8 here, 16 will be chosen. And for this 16, 26 only will be chosen. I don't go for the middle 8. Now when you go for the for corner 8, that is your left side corner 8. Here the 8 or 16, 8 will be taken and 72 will be allocated, not 77. For this third column 8, if you go for that, only 41 will be allocated in here. 16 is the least number, 41 will be allocated. And if I go for this 8, in the row wise 0 or 8, 8 is the highest penalty. So for this 8, 8, 16, 24, 8 is the least amount. You will be given which one? 72. So I either go for this 8 or I can go for this 8. This 8 or this 8. Either this 8 or I can go for this 8. So either these two I can choose it. So now I'm going to choose this 8 alone. Column by row wise I'm going for this. So row wise when I go for that. See for this 8, among this 3, 8, I am choosing the 8 in the column row wise. So I go for 18, 16 and 24, which is least for this 24. So 18, 16, 24, 8 is the least one. For this 8, I am going to allocate 72 or 77. So I have taken this one from your 72 only. I am allocated this 72. So it is coming from this column wise. So I am cancelling this column. So the balance is 24, 16, 16, 24. Now we have to choose and find out how much is the penalty for this. Next 24 and 16. The difference is between 16 and 24. What is the 16, 24 difference? 8. So I'm writing the 8 over there. And 16, 24 again here also you are getting it as 8 only. So can I do it in a different way so that it will be easy for you to understand it? So I'm doing it in a different way. I'm taking only the cells from there, which is the balance. I'm going to write there also. Anyhow, I'm just for your purpose. I'm just writing it here for you to understand it. 62 here, 5 here, 26 here, 41 here. Here the penalty is 8, here the penalty is 8, and balance here even in the bottom also the penalty will be 8 only, 8 and 8 only. So what you are going to do is, which is the penalty, when you pay any 8 you take, but the highest amount which you can give you have to go for. If I go for 16 here, 8 is a penalty in the first one, 16 I have to go, 41 or 62, 41 I'll be given. And the second one if I take that 16 will be the least. Either this way also 26 will be given only for that 8 or this 8 also. And if I go for this 8, the same thing like this. So I am going to take in a random way either this 8 or this 8. Either the first 8 in the row wise or the column wise second 8. I can go for that because same thing only will be given. So now I am going for that. So I am choosing this 8. And here also I am choosing this either this one. So 16, 41 only you can give here. So I give the 41 here. And 60, what is 41 minus 26? You have to give that one. For that is equal to 21. So the balance is 6. 41 has been given through the column wise. So I strike this one. So once you have entered here, please note it down here. You have to do the same thing here also because this is the main cell for us. 41. Now enter the 41, 62, 21 is the balance. So we have given the crossed out. Only 24 and 16 is balance. So 24 and 16. Here about how I can be writing the penalty is, see that the penalty how I am writing it. The penalty is written as 24 and here the penalty is written as 16. But in the bottom, when it comes over the bottom, I write the penalty for 16 and 24 as 8. So 8, 24 and 16, which is the highest one? 24 is the highest one. For that 24, I am going to allocate 21 or 26. 21 I am going to allocate it. See here, the 24, this 24 I am taking it. So for this 24, 21 I am going to give. I am giving the 21 here. So this is going to cancel. And here 21 minus 20. What is 21 minus this? 5 is the. See the last one will be a balance for 16. The 5 will be given. That's all. The final one is for 16, the 5 will be given and there will not be any allocations furthermore. So it will get entered. So now see for the other table which we have drawn it. I am going to fill it up. It is 21 here. This 21, I have to fill it now. 21 and for here it is 5. 21 has been cancelled. Here it will be 5 and this 5 and this 5 will be cancelled. So this one is cancelled. The last one will also be cancelled. So how much allocations you have given, that you have to write it down now. So now we have finished the allocation. Now I have drawn the tabular column separately with all the allocations. So for 8, 8, 0, 16, 24, 16, 0, 8, 16, 24, 0. And the allocations for this is 72, 102. And here it is 41 and 20. And this one, in this side I didn't write the demand. I mean the supply. It is 76. 77. The board is not wrong. Board is not writing. 77. 82. So how many allocations are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 allocations. So how many rows and columns are there? 4 rows and 3 rows and 4 columns. So 4 plus 3 equal to 7. 7 minus 1 equal to 6. So the number of allocations is 3, 4, 5, 6. Number of allocations, that is also equal to 6. So 7 minus 1 equal to 6. Number of allocations, that is also equal to 6. This is 7 minus 1 is m plus n minus 1 equal to, that is equal to 6. Number of allocations is equal to 6. Therefore, this is a non-degenerate basic feasible solution because when the number of allocations is equal to m plus n minus 1, then we say this as a non-degenerate basic feasible solution. For this non-degenerate basic feasible solution, the problem for this non-degenerate basic feasible solution, what is the answer for this? We have to find out. So what is the 8 into 76 plus 24 into 21 plus 16 into 41 plus 0 into 20 plus 72 into 8 plus 16 into 5. This will give you the solution for this initial basic feasible solution. The initial basic feasible solution for this is equal to 2424. Hence, this solution is non-degenerate and the final answer is 2424. So, just a short summary. Yes, we can go through this table 1, how it is given, see this one, and the same the row penalty, how it is being given, what I did it in a problem. So, how they are working out, this table 2. Again, once we have cut down first table we are introducing a dummy column, and here how the allocation has been given, and which is I have written it in everything is in words what I have given in the class. The maximum allocation, where we are getting the maximum allocation, so that allocation we have to give it, and after subtracting again when you are finding out the row penalty for each thing, the final step, the maximum penalty, finally 16 will be allocated with 5, so the satisfies. So this is a consolidated one, the initial feasible solution after finding out everything together in one, which I did it. They have given you in a different way because each and every step they have given it there as a table. This is a consolidated one, the initial feasible solution, the row penalty, first time row penalty, how we are getting it. So the minimum transportation cost is how much you are getting, and the number of allocated cells should be equal to 6, m plus n minus 1 equal to 6. Therefore the solution is a non-degenerate basic feasible solution. Thank you guys.